Hi everyone, OPSC 2023 prelims. Many serious students could not clear it. बहुत बड़ा serious aspirant जो मैंने interview भी attend कर चुके clear कर पर लेने. The reason is not that they have knowledge deficit. The reason is mostly what I come to know about is that the approach should have been different. Now, couple of things we'll discuss in this particular video. I'll tell you what are the things you must do and what are the things you must not do. That means co question karibo, co question karibani. That you have to decide first and foremost. And if you are able to do that, then you will be able to clear prelims. Now, prelims exam, if you look at a question and if you know partial answer, never take that into your ego. Either you know or you don't. So our approach should be, should be very crystal clear, and we should not bluff in the prelims. Keep these things in mind. If you bluff, then it is going to cost you another year. So let's deep dive into OPSC 2023 prelims. Question by question jibi, and I'll tell you कि को question तबे attend करिया दरकार, and how you should prepare for the prelims, upcoming prelims, and how you should ensure that prelims तबे clear करजो. सुनो, prelims होची गुटे barrier, right? Prelims you have to just clear it. Doesn't matter कि केते mark रहला कौन रहला. You just have to cross the barrier, be in a safe zone so that तमे mains आराम रे prepare करि पारिबो. That is the whole objective of this. Prelims there is no topper in prelims. So our objective is just to push you through so that you are able to clear the prelims without any hassle. Say you land in the safe zone and you start preparing mains without being worried about the prelims tomorrow haba ki nahi. You will be you know that you will definitely going to clear prelims. Now my strategy that I am going to tell you is very simple, very straightforward, and foremost of this epicenter of the strategy is that first thing I want you to remember in your mind, that don't bluff. Okay, now let's begin with the questions. Now OPSC 2023 prelims, many good students could not clear it, so keep this in mind. Two things you should know. First, don't take prelims for granted. Prelims ପାଇଁ specifically time devote करो और prepare करो. Second होची, nature of questions may change. This year it might be little bit difficult, next year it might be moderate, but our approach should not change. So what should be our approach then? Keep this thing in mind. Now our approach is simple. First, strong hold over static subject. When I say static subject, 4 subjects are there: polity, economy, history, geography, plus environment and economy. So have a good hold over static subjects. Okay, complete good hold. And then second is don't bluff. I'll tell you ki why, in which questions you should not bluff, so that it is not going to cost another year. In this discussion I'll show you 60 odd questions जोटा कि तुम आराम रे क्लियर कर पारिबो with decent amount of preparation and guidance, and you'll be easily land around 100 or 100 plus marks in the prelims, so that you are never worried about whether you are going to clear it or not. Okay, so let's begin. I will not discuss the answers per se, but what I will do is I will look at the questions and I'll tell you whether it is an answerable question or non-answerable question. This is a question about say new criminal law, BNSS, BSA, बहुत गुड़ा हमर तीनटा law आस्तिला. So this is a thing that that you should attempt. कहीं ना देखो, if you look at the first statement also, April 1, 2023, जदि हमर magazine Ratafy magazine में देखिबो, we came to know, I mean in that magazine we have covered that कि this particular 3 laws came into effect on from July 2024. So obviously you will be able to eliminate that option. Then Bharatiya Nagarika Surakha Samhita is not Indian Penal Code. That is basic knowledge. So if you go ahead and go for the answer, easily करिहबो. The objective is this is the expected question. How easily करिहबो, Ratafy magazine रे भी cover हेतला in detail, so doable. देखो next question number 2, who ambassador of government led companies. No need to usually ये भलिया question cover हुएनी, and don't chase behind this kind of questions. Maybe गोटे 1 year they will ask it, next year they will not ask it. So ये भलिया question you should not attempt at all. Next question देखो, earth rotation day. Even if you don't know about anything about it, Ratafy magazine we have covered earth rotation day, no doubt about it. But then again, you no need to be prepared. Sometimes you have to apply the logic. It is देखो logic apply कर पारिबो rotation. Now if you apply logic, you will be able to find the answer. Statement 2 रे earth shape अछि, statement 3 रे natural beauty अछि. These things help you eliminate and find the right answer. Now question number 4, Sheikh Hasina issue pura completely the throughout year thila. So obviously it is a wrong question, but this kind of question, and this is a very highlighted issue, so we have to be prepared about it and we have to answer it. So this is something I will able question as I want you to attempt it. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 देखो इजी क्वेश्चन रटाफाई रे कवर भी होता सो और टेस्ट रे भी कवर होता सो इजी क्वेश्चन एंड ये बहुत गुड़े फैक्चुअल जिन ना सो यू विल बी एबल टू अटेम्प्ट इट सो दैट इज ए क्वेश्चन यू शुड अटेम्प्ट नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो 6 नंबर क्वेश्चन ओलंपिक फ्लेम जब ये क्वेश्चन देखो देखो केते गुड़ा फैक्चुअल थिंग्स आर देयर यूनिटी स्पोर्टिविटी विक्ट्री हो गला स्टेटमेंट 2 रे देखो ग्रीस अच्छी स्टेटमेंट 3 रे देखो 16 एप्रिल अच्छी स्टेटमेंट 4 रे देखो डॉक्टर कार्ल डीएम अच्छी सो मेनी फैक्ट्स आर देयर एंड दिस इज a fact heavy question why we should be worried about it this is a question you should not attempt okay you must not attempt देखो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान पुरस्कार यूजुअली इवन इफ यू डोंट नो कि राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान पुरस्कार हु आर द विनर स्टिल दे हैव आस्किंग ए लॉट ऑफ निटिग्रिटी ये देखो ये क्वेश्चन देवी बहुत गुड़ाई निटिग्रिटी अच्छी 4 कैटेगरीज 5 टीएम्स 2024 बहुत गुड़ाई फैक्चुअल थिंग्स आर देयर सो obviously if you don't know a particular fact there is a chance to go wrong so must not attempt see we need to find out the easy questions which we are sure about and jodi logical question ache we can take a calculated risk jodi logic nahi only factual question ache we should not take the risk now next देखो question number 8 easy question रटाफाई magazine ने cover भी हितला doable question number 9 देखो this is the question directly from Ratafai magazine I cover भी करथिलु budget रो highlight रे these are the 4 statements were there now these things you have to remember July month sorry January 2022 Ratafai magazine this year also the similar things have covered एठी ठीक है factual heavy preparation ठीक है दरकार okay because this is something related to budget and budget is an important document and we have to remember these facts now this is something you must attempt and we have covered it in our test Ratafai magazine no doubt about it now next is देखो question number 10 क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 देखो जदि तुम जानिच करिवो जदि जानिनो छाड़ देबो तेंजिंग नॉर्वे एंड देखो एडमुंड हिलरी वाज नॉट ए स्विस नेशनल इफ यू नो दैट यू कैन टेक ए कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क इफ यू नो दिस थिंग्स सो जदि जानिच करिवो न छाड़ देबो नाउ नेक्स्ट इज हाँ देखो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ए इजी क्वेश्चन हाँ they are asking organ donation ऊपर क्वेश्चन रे अछि so we have you must attempt this kind of question current affairs रो अछि easy अछि that means we must attempt question number 12 देखो Goldman environment prize this is something you must attempt because Ratafai magazine रे दिया तो होई टेस्ट रे भी कवर होई so this is something you should prepare properly and obviously Goldman environment prize is an important prize so yes we must attempt this question এইভাবে যদি তুমি কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স গুড়া যদি কভার করুন দেন প্রিলিমস বিকমস ডিফিকল্ট ওকে সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই আই সেড ইন দ বিগিনিং দ্যাট প্রিলিমস को ग्रांटेड नहीं होनी ओके इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ टफ बैटल गोइंग फोर्थ हाँ द आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस द इंडिया टुडे ग्रुप वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन कवर्ड इन रटाफाई एंड यू मस्ट अटेम्प्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 देखो वंतारा न्यूज रे बारंबार थिला रटाफाई मैगजीन ने कवर भी होई दिस इज समथिंग कैन इजीली बी डन और चारिटा स्टेटमेंट जो देखियो फैक्ट बेसी नहीं सो ऑब्वियसली इट इज समथिंग दैट यू मस्ट अटेम्प्ट नेक्स्ट इज अलियंस ऑफ साहेल स्टेट्स रटाफाई रे इन डिटेल कवर होइतिला हाँ and even if you don't know at least read about it then you will be able to find the answer so this is something you must attempt must prepare and must attempt you should not get get these things wrong because these are expected questions okay now Mahatma Gandhi declared father of the nation logic right he was never declared officially so this is this is something low hanging fruit easily you can do it next question देखो question number 17 रे multilingual country too much confusion if you in the pressures of the exam every question go barambar India about half of the population is bilingual and all that this statements can be falsified also so what I am trying to say is every question this is very what to say not a straightforward question and these are very confusing questions the statements can itself confuse you so why to waste your precious 2-3 minutes on this kind of question you should not attempt ठीक है now देखो भत्री भुइया देसिया if you know attempt but I will suggest कि no need to attempt if you don't know leave it no need to be worried about it we need to find good amount of questions so that we are landing in the safe zone सेटा होची ऑब्जेक्टिव हमरो प्रीलिम्स रो लाहौर रिजोल्यूशन इजी मॉडर्न इंडिया रो प्राय इजी क्वेश्चन आस्तिला इजी क्वेश्चन यू मस्ट अटेम्प्ट देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर 20 ये कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क नहीं पार देखो डिमांड फॉर लिंग्विस्टिक स्टेट व्हाई इट वाज देयर देन अगेन ये डिबेटेबल राइट डिबेटेबल भी हो पार बट आई विल से कि टेक ए कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क जब ठीक है यू विल इट विल बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल सो यू कैन टेक ए कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क देयर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी जो देखो दिस इज ए वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन मस्ट अटेम्प्ट हाँ modern India प्राय easy question आसला. So this is a very straightforward question, easy question. So you must attempt, and most importantly you should not get it wrong. First modern judicial court, again easy question, modern India रे आसला, modern India रू. Next question 23, यतो धर्म ततो जय. This is a motto of Supreme Court of India. Test series रे cover भी है हमरो. This is a question you must attempt and you must prepare and attempt. एमती नुहे कि dash is an institutional arrangement. See, जदि मन अच्छी CSIR बहुत थर न्यूज रे थिला, and this things was there, but then again if you जदि मन अच्छी करिवो, जदि मन नहीं छाड़ दबो. Okay, it can be anything, science, society, industry. It can be related to those also, that is Department of Science and Technology also. So you never know. जदि एटा purely factual question जदि जानी न छाड़ दबो. Okay. हाँ, direct action day, again modern India रो easy question. So you must attempt and you should not get it wrong. Question number 26. Bharat वर्ष earliest mention कोथला. We know that कि हाथी गुम्फा is the first and the oldest inscription in India by खारवाड़. So एटा ओडिशा क्लासेस रे मु कहितली भी कवर भी हेतला value added material ओडिशा रो history keyword series जोड़ा prelims test series रो part सेथरे भी दिया हेछि. Okay, तार वीडियो रे discussion भी हेछि. So blindly we can go for it. This is something that we should not get wrong. Out of Ptolemy, Phaeon and Hathigumpha, the oldest one is Hathigumpha actually. The place is known as the city of caves. It is a trap question. Have you heard about city of caves? Jodi padino ki janino, then don't blindly guess. Ajanta re cave achi, Ellora re cave achi, Udaygiri re cave achi, Gorapur re cave achi. Pray pila maximum pila eta mistake korithibe. So e bhaliya trap question ne kon karibo? If you know, attempt. Jodi janino, chhad dabo. Okay. Never be say temptation. You have to restrain your temptation to attempt. Mau di tinna semti bi question achi mujhe dekhebi hala. Jodi maximum pila bhul korthibe. Never do that. Then again, question number 28, Kotaka Caves. Kotaka Caves is actually Hathigumpha Ranigumpha Caves, but it is बहुत गुड़े in detail अच्छी. Okay. Although हमारा ओडिशा material रे cover हितला Kotaka Caves and all, but we didn't discuss about Olgapuri Gumpha ये सब. So obviously, if you look at the question, it is still very confusing question. More suggestion हो जाए attend करिवनी. Why to break our head? We have to find good amount of questions where we'll attempt them with 100% precision and at least say 90% जदि भी ठीक है will be through. So शेड़ा होची हमारा objective. Now question number 29 देखो, calling a prize, very easy prize. Very easy question. Okay, calling a prize. You must attempt. Rotafari cover भी हितला. Question number 30 देखो, पंडित गोपबंधु दास in the field of calculated risk नबो. एटा समझते ही attempt करिवे. So calculated risk नबो. We provide a particular material called Makers of Modern India as part of our prelims test series. Okay, we covered in there, but then again debatable, right? So let's not go there. Okay, but then again ये वाला question रे calculated risk नबो पड़िबो. Either you can go for national. Most majority of the students will go for national movement, but then again counter argument also do exist. So but calculated risk नबो से वाला question रे छाड़ी बनी. Zero casualty at any cost, logic, simple question. ठीक है, government of Odisha whenever disaster, that is our policy. हाँ, next होची 32 question number देखो. Porus is said to have gifted Alexander. Everybody marked mangoes. Nobody had read it. को बहिरे तो नहीं. Upinder Singh रे भी नहीं कि what Porus have gifted Alexander. Upinder Singh is a ancient India book for the history optional students, and I teach history optional also. So this thing you should not attempt it just because you come up with some odd logic. ठीक है, आंसर होची ब्लॉक ऑफ स्टील थिबो. सो ए भले क्वेश्चन होची ट्रैप क्वेश्चन. जदि जानि न छाडी दबो, जदि छाडू न इट विल बैकफायर ऑन यू. रिमेंबर दैट. ए भले गोटे गोटे क्वेश्चन will cost you dearly. The famous architect Vishnu Maharana, very easy question, you should attempt. से क्वेश्चन डिस्कशन भी दरकार नहीं, you should attempt. हाँ देखो, after CDM महात्मा गांधी पदयात्रा जानी ना छाड़ दो. No need to take a risk. If you don't know. Blindly if you go ahead and don't know something, my objective is don't bluff. If you don't know, move to the next question. हमारा objective होची even if we attend say 50 questions, let's get 45 questions right. So that आमे आराम रे safe zone रे रहबा. Okay, calculated risk जोट नेबार अछि नबो. जोटी calculated risk नै, which is purely a fact question, सेडी risk नबो नहीं नबो. एटा होची से भले question. 34 is a factual question, not a logic driven question. Okay. Now 35 देखो, rally attack, easy question. Modern India रू 5-7 भलो question आछि, easy question आछि. So you must attempt. Now bauxite deposit considered largest one in India. If you are not sure, better you should not attempt. My answer to you. Now after leaving all these questions, I will show you कि 60+ questions can easily be done. Now which state share Tungabhadra multi-purpose project basic mapping you should attempt. Okay, anybody who has prepared for civil service will be knowing that. Now देखो question number 38 easy question, geography question. Even if you know only say Chinook is from USA, your answer is there. Okay, so it is a easy question, geography test cover bhi hitla, so it's doable question and we should not get it wrong. Only landlocked country in Southeast Asia, if you remember ASEAN etc. usually news re thai, but we rarely read about the countries per se. So attend only if you know for certainty. Mapping question टा जदि जानी च करिवो, जदि जानी न कि मन पड़नी छाड़ दबो. Okay, don't bluff here. Even if you are little bit confused also, whether you are confused between Laos and Thailand, don't go for don't go for calculated risk also. This is a purely factual question. Leave it. देखो question number 14 again mapping जदि मन अच्छी करिवो नहले छाड़ दबो. Better not to attempt. Next 41 easy question, must attempt. Everybody has covered it. Asiatic cheetah is extinct. Okay, now which of the following pair is not correctly matched? Must attempt, this is purely basic geography, so this question you should get it right. Now question number 43 देखो एटा होची purely environment basic question. If you have done your environment properly, then you will be able to answer it. Environment test रे हमने एटा cover भी हेतिला. Now 44 grasslands, you must attempt this question and this is the easy question, expected question. Environment test रे cover भी हेची, एटा UPSC रो previous year question भी. Okay, now next 45 again environment रो बहुत गुडा question आसी, static and conceptual question आसी and easy question आसी. And if you have got the environment questions right, you would have been able to clear the prelims easily. But बहुत गुडा negative marking might have affected many of the aspirants negatively. Okay, कहीं ना इस question tempting लगले we usually keep on doing keep on attempting them and most of the time it backfires. Okay, so first rule and last rule is if you don't know, leave it, don't bluff. Okay, moving on to the next question 45. Now if you look at this pretty easy question, you should attempt. Environment test हमने cover भी हितला जो देखियो virus, fungi and bacteria which is a decomposer. Virus is definitely not a decomposer, so this is a basic environment knowledge, easily doable. Now which one of the following is the process involved in photosynthesis? Attend only if you have if you have no confusion. जदि तमें potential energy etc. if you have a little bit of knowledge, जदि arts background के other background बहुत difficulty ही पारे. So जदि जानी चो करिवो तो जानी न छाड़ दबो. Okay, depending on your background, you cannot prepare for that kind of question. Now coal combustion at thermal power plants. So this is a environment easy question, basic question. Environment test रे cover भी हेची. So this is you must attempt and you must get it right. Now the earthquake waves more destructive at epicenter, basic geography question, you must attempt this kind of question. Okay, Kuruva, only if you are certain of this question attempt. एटा देखिलु हमें environment test cover भी हेतला, एटा NCERT driven question, so this is a doable question. But जदि जानी जो करिवो तो जानी न छाड़ दबो. Okay, no need to take a blind guess out of this because this is a factual question. Question number 50 देखो, this is basic geography question. Geography test हमने cover भी हितला. जदि laws जानी चो that it is because of wind deposition, you have your answer. Okay, if you know little bit of that also, you have your answer. You don't need to break your head over other things as well. Now question number 51, August offer. If you are not certain, because बहुत गुडा fact अच्छे, nominated Indian body, not dominion status, more Indians, vice executive council, बहुत गुडा always look at the how many facts that particular question contains. यदि fact है भी अच्छी है वो जानी ना छाड़ दो. That is that is my that is a golden advice. You always should follow that. Now if you are certain, attend, otherwise leave it. Now Constituent Assembly. Okay, again fact है भी July August 1946 गोटे fact है 208 बहुत गुडा fact अच्छी. So it is better we should not attempt this question. Why to break our head on this? समझते पढ़ी थी वो Constituent Assembly विषय, but in the pressures of the exam कौन हुए ना, we tend to think this is right and this is wrong. Don't do that. Okay, if you are 100% certain, attempt, otherwise leave it. Now देखो not correct. Schedule is something that we always we all of us read our polit test रे दिया भी हितला हमारो. So schedule रू गोटे दिया question तो we expect every year, either it is 10 schedule or some other schedule for that matter. This year they have asked about the schedule and the related year. So this but problem कौन है जे student मानकरो not correct bold कराए नहीं. बहुत गुड़े student को एमती negative mark बहुत ही. So always read the questions twice. So this is something you must attempt and must get it right. This is the देखो पॉलिटी जोग्राफी एनवायरमेंट जहाँ भी बेसिक स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन रहा जदि इफ यू गेट देम रॉन्ग देन यू आर आउट ऑफ द गेम एंड एनवायरमेंट सॉरी करंट अफेयर्स एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन अच्छी जदि एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन यू आर गेटिंग इट रॉन्ग देन यू आर इन ट्रबल कीप दैट इन माइंड ओके नाउ देखो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 54 दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन यू शुड नॉट बेक योर हेड ओवर अराउंड इट कहीं बहुत गुड़ा फैक्चुअल अच्छी 7th कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली होगा 71 सेंसस 42 केते फैक्ट अच्छे देखो 84 अमेंडमेंट 2021 देखो केते फैक्ट अच्छे ओके जो लेवल सो व्हाई टू बी वरीड अबाउट दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन लीव इट ओके से बड़ा क्वेश्चन यू मस्ट लीव इट देखो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो इज फैक्ट हैवी बट जेहेतु typical fact nahi it is about the cases etc attend this question if you know this question okay attend only if you are 100% certain and I am pretty sure कि प्राय पॉलिटी जो मैंने डिसेंट पढ़ी थे will be able to recall it and will be able to attend it okay now next question देखो केते गुडे फैक्ट अछि बुझ परछो how many facts are there so leave this question you must not attempt this question you should not look at that question also now union list obviously every year union list state list we expect some को ये so now एटा कवर भी हितला हमरो पॉलिटी टेस्ट ऑफ डिस्कशन रे okay so 7 schedule if you remember you must attempt this question जदि मन नहीं फैक्ट अच्छे एथरे अधिका कहीं ना देखो 100 सब्जेक्ट हला 15 सब्जेक्ट हला बहुत गुडा नो जुरिस्डिक्शन ओवर मैटर्स ए भले अच्छी सो लॉजिक भी अप्लाई करि हबा बट दिस इज समथिंग डुएबल इट इज नॉट एक्जाक्टली फैक्ट हेवी बट फैक्ट्स अच्छी so if you have prepared well test based देइछो also prepare करछो revision करछो multiple times you will be able to do it okay question number 58 देखो हाँ this is very easy question non constitutional bodies you must attempt cover भी हितला polity test रे question number 56 not correct अच्छी election commission of India okay देखो attend only if you are sure chief election commissioner जो एक्ट अच्छे अमेंडमेंट होता एंड इट हैज़ बीन कॉन्स्टेंटली इन न्यूज़ रटाफायर कवर भी इलाबोरेटली विद द हिस्ट्री एवरीथिंग बट इफ यू रिकॉल द द आर्टिकल्स द अमेंडमेंट्स एटसेट्रा देन यू शुड अटेम्प्ट दिस क्वेश्चन सो अटेंड ओनली इफ यू नो इफ यू डोंट नो लीव इट हाँ देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर 60 इजी क्वेश्चन इंडियन प्रेसिडेंट इट इज ए क्वासी जुडिशियल प्रोसीजर सो यू मस्ट अटेम्प्ट दिस क्वेश्चन पॉलिटी टेस्ट कवर भी होता ओके now 61 देखो which of the following statements are not correct advocate general related right this is the expected line question polity test cover भी इतला हमारा and you must attempt this question fact भी नहीं बहुत okay logic conceptual अच्छी so we should get it right and we should attempt it which of the following अच्छा देखो private member bill pretty easy question ठीक है मस्ट अटेम्प्ट पॉलिटी टेस्ट कवर भी कराई सब प्रकार बिल कवर कराई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मनी बिल ऑब्वियसली बिल उपर तो क्वेश्चन रही रही सो दिस ईयर दे हैव आस्क्ड अबाउट प्राइवेट मेंबर बिल नाउ एंटी डिफेक्शन अगेन they have again asked it now anti defection we have been expecting different types of question as but obviously this is a expected line you must attempt polity test cover bhi hitla in detail so this is something you must attempt and you must get it right okay 64 देखो क्वेश्चन नंबर स्पेशल सेशंस आई थिंक दैट ईयर देयर वाज ए स्पेशल सेशन तापर न्यूज आर्टिकल बहुत गुड़ा थिला एंड दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन इज फ्रेम्ड फ्रॉम ए पर्टिकुलर न्यूज आर्टिकल आउे बेसी नॉलेज न थाए प्राय पिलांगर न थाए एंड जो देखिबो क्वेश्चन बहुत गुड़ा फैक्ट्स अच्छी सो दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन व्हाई वी शुड गेट आवर सेल्फ बी वरीड अबाउट और बी कंज्यूम्ड अबाउट सो वी शुड लीव इट क्वेश्चन नंबर 65 देखो ड्यू प्रोसेस ऑफ लॉ प्रोसीजर एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय लॉ दिस इज ए यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन मल्टीपल टाइम्स वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट दिस इलाबोरेट डिस्कशन भी अच्छी एंड इफ यू लुक एट से दिस ईयर मेन्स ऑल्सो ए वर्ष मेन्स से भी एटा पचारचंदी इन आई मीन मेन पॉलिटी जीएस2 पेपर रे ओके सो दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन दिस इज ए कॉन्सेप्चुअल बेसिक क्वेश्चन लॉजिक क्वेश्चन जदि हम पॉलिटी टेस्ट करथियो मु इलाबोरेट डिस्कशन भी करछे ऊपर सो यस दिस इज कवर्ड इन पॉलिटी टेस्ट एंड यू शुड अटेम्प्ट दिस क्वेश्चन एंड गेट इट राइट देखो नेक्स्ट होची प्रेशर ग्रुप टू बी इफेक्टिव इन इन्फ्लुएंसिंग गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी ऑब्वियसली लॉजिक बा कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क नहीं पारिबो ठीक अछि ओपीएससी आंसर देतला मनी एंड एक्सपर्टीज सो ऑल ऑफ देम कैन कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क नबाक पड़िबो एठी व्हिच ऑफ देम इज मोर इंपोर्टेंट द अदर ठीक अछि तो से भले कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क वी कैन टेक हियर नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो सब्सटेंटिव पब्लिक पॉलिसी आर दोज व्हिच देखो ए भले क्वेश्चन यू शुड नॉट अटेम्प्ट ठीक अच्छे कहीं इट कैन बी कन्फ्यूजिंग यू एंड नन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स माइट हैव रेड अबाउट से सब्सटेंटिव पब्लिक पॉलिसीज एंड व्हाट आर दिस थिंग्स आर ऑल अबाउट कौटी टिके भी एपट सेपट चेंज होगला वी कैन गेट इट रॉन्ग सो आई विल सजेस्ट कि ये क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करनी यू रीड दैट एंड इफ यू फील कि जदि देयर इज ए चांस दैट यू कैन गेट इट रॉन्ग by application of purely it is आउ किछि नहीं, you might not have read about these things. So here only thing that is with you is the language of the question. So try to decode it but don't break your head over it. Okay, calculated risk जदि नब ठीक अच्छे, that's not an issue, नहीं पारिबो. देखो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो, टैक्स रिफंड ऑन ऑल पार्ट ऑफ ए पुअर फैमिली सोशल सिक्योरिटी टैक्स छाड़ देव एटा. ओके, जो जानी न जो विषय डोंट ब्लफ छाड़ देव बेटर. ये क्वेश्चन को यू विजिट व्हेन यू हैव टाइम, अदरवाइज यू नो लीव इट एंड मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज हमको वी हैव टू गेट द क्वेश्चंस इन पॉलिटी, वी हैव टू गेट द क्वेश्चंस इन ज्योग्राफी, एनवायरमेंट, स्टैटिक पार्ट एंड करंट अफेयर्स, एक्सपेक्टेड करंट अफेयर्स पार्ट, राइट. ओके, सो these are the road blocks to your prelims. You should not give them a second thought. देखो 69 क्वेश्चन देखो, ए पब्लिक पॉलिसी मे बी, इट माइट बी जनरल और स्पेसिफिक, ठीक अच्छे, ब्रॉड नैरो भी हो, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव भी हो, रेशनल और इरेशनल. वी नो कि पब्लिक पॉलिसी केवल इरेशनल हेनी, जब पब्लिक पॉलिसी इरेशनल है इट विल बी चैलेंज इन कोड ऑफ लॉ, एंड कोड ऑफ लॉ रे कौन हम, दे हैव टू आस्क कि व्हाट इज द रीजनिंग बिहाइंड दिस पब्लिक पॉलिसी, राइट. So it cannot be irrational. So on that ground you can think of कि irrational है परिवनी. So calculated risk you can take, but then again exam रा pressure रे if you are going through this question and if you are able to point out that important part, then and only then attempt. मु कहिबी कि calculated risk नहीं होगो. Okay. Now distributive public policy बहुत गुड़ा जिनस अच्छी, patronage policy ऐसे आ विषय मोस्टली पढ़ी नथिबो except the public students or others. So leave it. If you don't know, leave it. Why do be worried about that? Next question number 71 देखो, हाँ, fundamental rights not available to foreigners in India. Pretty basic polity question, polity test cover भी है, and this is something that you must attend. ठीक है. 4 amendments to Indian Constitution related to SC ST. देखो कितने factual अच्छे. The best of the minds also don't remember everything, or there is a chance that we can go wrong. So this is a fact heavy question. छाड़ी ही दबो. Okay. क्वेश्चन नंबर 73 देखो, राइट टू प्राइवेसी. हाँ देखो बहुत गुड़े फैक्ट अच्छे, 9 जज बेंच, जेएस खेरार अच्छे, August 24 2018 अच्छी, 42 बहुत गुड़े फैक्ट्स अच्छे, राइट. वी कैन नॉट गेट ऑल द फैक्ट्स, राइट. सो बेसिक इंस्टिंक्ट कौन रहा दरकार कि दिस वी शुड नॉट अटेम्प्ट. ओके. क्वेश्चन नंबर 74 नॉट इंक्लूडेड इन द आर्टिकल 19 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. प्रिटी इजी क्वेश्चन, बेसिक क्वेश्चन, पॉलिटी टेस्ट कवर हुई, दिस यू शुड गेट इट राइट. Now, in which of the following year Declaration of Rights of Child was passed by UNO? Better not to attempt. We have not read. We don't have the time to read all these. This human rights declaration, UNO declaration. No need to. If you are chasing that, then you are losing out. Or you are risking your prelims. Most importantly, you are risking your mains. So, every question chadi in the world. Say prelims, we have to just clear it and land in a safe zone. जहाँ भी cut off जीवो, 20 marks, कि 15 marks, कि 30 marks, we have to go there and be in that zone so that we can prepare for mains without any worry. That is the whole objective of prelims. Keep that in mind. So it prelims रे knowledge रो showcase में it is about your astuteness, your shrewdness, not shrewdness. I'll say how smart you are to not get trapped. ठीक है, you have to be smart about that. Now land degradation देखो बेटा easy question, must question, basic environment question. Next question also similar question, ठीक है. Environment could have been a savior, must attend basic environment question. Then there is a हाँ देखो बेटा attend करियो हला, there is a huge love environment question, basic environment question you must attempt. देखो data on poverty in India, NSSO. Okay, easy question, doable question. Now next question देखो, poverty determination upre. You might have heard about say poverty gap index or head count ratio. You may not have heard about SEN index. So only attend if you are certain. Unnecessarily you should not take a risk here. If you don't know, leave it. Okay. In India, which of the following determines wage policy? Obviously cost of living. So basic knowledge, it is no need to prepare for something. You just know that productivity ki standard of living ru cost of living is the key word here. Now देखो 82 क्वेश्चन कवर भी है रटाफाई रे MPI इंडेक्स, राइट, मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी इंडेक्स. सो इन दैट रटाफाई मैप सब भी देते. सो दिस इज ए इजी क्वेश्चन एंड एक्सपेक्टेड लाइन क्वेश्चन. सो यू कैन अटेम्प्ट इट. नेक्स्ट देखो अटल भूजल योजना. इवन इफ यू गेट इट राइट, से स्टेटमेंट 1 एंड स्टेटमेंट 2 राइट, स्टेटमेंट 3 प्राय पिलांगर भूल ही. सो आई विल सजेस्ट कि जदि मन ना कि मन पड़ूनी, लीव इट. ओके, डोंट ब्लफ. हाँ, दिस इज द एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन. बहुत थोड़ा OPSC UPSC पचार भी. सो वी नो ऑल दैट. डेमोग्राफिक डिवाइड 84 आंसर, 84 क्वेश्चन आंसर हो 1921. सो डुएबल क्वेश्चन. Next देखो reason for low sex ratio. Surely you must attempt it because by the language of the question also you will be able to apply the logic. ठीक है. Aquatic ecosystem, this is covered in our environment test as well, so you must attempt this one, covered in environment test. So this environment static strong अच्छे तुम्हारा, you will be able to clear a lot of or will be able to do good in this kind of questions. Okay. Climatic phenomena, this is expected question covered in our geography test, so obviously El Nino, La Nina, so definitely good question रहेगा. Now next question देखो, refers to protection and improvement of environment. Easy question, polity test cover भी है, so you must attempt it and you should not get it wrong. देखो primary pollutants को again environment very basic question. When I say basic, most of the students don't do the basic. They chase behind unnecessary material, so that's why they suffer. So this is something that you must attempt and it is covered in our test also. Okay, primary secondary जदि तमें OPSC 2023 रो जो solution दिया इतला, if you go through the screenshots etc, you will find that. Okay, so this is the easy question. Next question number 90, easy question, basic logic, you will be able to clear that answer. देखो cloud seeding हला, not many of you might be knowing about aluminum hydroxide or you might not be certain about it. If you are certain about it, attend it, otherwise don't attempt it. Okay, better not. So my advice is, whenever you are unsure, don't attempt. Okay, don't bluff, that is the whole objective. If you bluff, they will catch you, that is the whole idea. Now national air quality index must attempt, our environment test elaborately cover भी इतला, so this is a doable question, expected question. Okay, now deep ecologism, if you read over here it can be confusing, so if you are 100% certain, attempt it. But ये जो particular question अच्छी, even if many of the students might have done it wrong, कहीं ना हिंदू गोटे एडिटोरियल उपरे बेसिक आसला. So if you are not certain, leave it, that is the whole idea. Environmental condition is called, this is easy question, calculated risk नहीं पारियो, basic logic you can apply over here. Now 95 देखो, must attempt, disaster most likely to influence, बहुत ही easy question, so you should get it right. 96 भी बहुत ही easy question, cover geography test रे हमारे cover भी इतला. Okay, easy question there. देखो 97, you should not attempt it, you should not look at it. I don't know why this question is there. Okay, so when you look at that question, you should know, you should move on. देखो I got a question, trap question, has the least thermal conductivity. Metal, so many metals are there. Semiconductor, so many types of semiconductor are there. Superconductors are also there. Alloys, different kind of alloys are there. So we can never be certain. So a question there, don't attempt. Okay, this is the innocent looking devil question. बहुत गुड़ा देखें ना, जो भाई innocent looking but devil, जमते Porus and Alexander, that is a innocent looking devil question. Trap question, don't know, don't attempt, but so if you bluff there, you will be caught, that is the whole idea. 99, everybody who has used a thermometer knows this. Now question number 100 है बहुत easy question, you must attempt. So if you go through this, the things that I said you might think sir बहुत गुड़े अपन कहले कि we should not attempt. Yes, we should not attempt. ठीक है. If you don't know, don't attempt. 3-4 things I'll tell you. Towards the conclusion, if you see, we can easily get attempt more than 60 questions over here, and our accuracy percentage will be more than 90%. Okay, you'll be easily get 100 or 100 plus. So you no need to worry about the questions that that is not necessary for us. Now to be there, two things you have to do. First, you have to have a good hold over the current affairs, and for that Rattafy test and magazine complete end-to-end पढ़िबा करिबा, because in Rattafy we put in a lot of effort. In fact 30 maximum 30 pages रो को month रे extra जाए नॉले 20-30 pages रो magazine. That means we are clearing out say 80-90% of the garbage that you no need to read through. So said how most important, because with a little input you can have a very good output. So Rattafy magazine multiple times revision करिबा, जहाँ data जहाँ ये दिया जी करिबा. Next Rattafy test अच्छी, so how how well you have observed that, attempt the test and ensure that you have a good hold over the current affairs. ठीक है. So that is done, current affairs part. Then basic होची कौन, static part जमनी polity हला कि geography हला कि environment हला, there the basic conceptual part you should not get it wrong. Factual question जदि अच्छी मन पड़लानी ठीक अच्छे, leave it, not an issue. फैक्ट सब मन भी रहे बट कनसेप्चुअल पार्ट यू शुड नॉट गेट इट रॉन्ग जमी एनवायरमेंट एथर बहुत गुड़े कनसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन थिला दैट यू शुड नॉट गेट रॉन्ग ओके सो माय सजेशन पॉलिटी एनवायरमेंट ज्योग्राफी हिस्ट्री रिवाइज देम ओके जोड़ा कनसेप्चुअल की बेसिक पार्ट अच्छे दैट यू शुड नॉट गेट रॉन्ग एंश्योर दैट एंश्योर दैट सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू बी स्मार्ट अबाउट इट जहाँ जान छाड़ दब एंड जो जानी 100% गो अहेड एंड अटेम्प्ट इट जदि कौन क्वेश्चन रे कॉन्सेप्ट की लॉजिक यू कैन अप्लाई देन अप्लाई जमी पोरू और अलेक्जेंडर से किसी लॉजिक की ये नहीं ओके यू मे मेकअप सम लॉजिक बट एक्चुअली सेमती किसी लॉजिक नहीं जो लॉजिक की इफ इट इज ए प्योरली फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चन ना छाड़ दब जो जानी ओके दैट इज माय गोल्डन सजेशन टू यू एंड फाइंड आउट द क्वेश्चंस दैट यू कैन गेट राइट जदि बहुत दिन प्रिपेयर कर यू नो कि कौ क्वेश्चन करवा दरकार कौ क्वेश्चन ना डोंट गेट टेम्पटेड टू अटेम्प्ट द इनोसेंट लुकिंग डेविल क्वेश्चंस इफ यू कैन टेम्पटेशन को टिके रिस्ट्रेन करदेव देन यू विल बी इजिली क्लियर द प्रिलिम्स विदाउट एनी हैसल एंड प्रिलिम्स पर यू शुड नॉट थिंक अबाउट वेदर यू आर गोइंग टू राइट द मेन्स और नॉट you know that you should know that you are going to write the mains okay so best of luck and let me know if you have any queries thank you